Hey guys, it's me again. I know it's been like a week since I've done a video with just kind of schedule with work and everything and, Peanut and all that, doing other stuff. Haven't really had a whole lot of time to make another video. Plus the fact that I was kind of like, wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about next while I'm kind of waiting for my horror packs. Sorry if you guys, if I'm like really like close with you guys right now. It's kind of have you guys sitting on my lap, literally. That sounded so dirty. Um, anyway, I was kind of just watching a movie, it's my day off. I was like, yeah, I want to watch something while I eat lunch and stuff. Um, and that movie today, and I actually almost watched this movie last night after work, but Ferris Bueller's Day Off actually won out, so I kind of figured I'd maybe watch this today since I was kind of wanting to watch it last night. Sorry I'm like talking so fast. I guess I must be like really super excited about talking about this movie. Um, I feel like I just said about a lot. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, so what I was watching is Killer Clowns from Outer Space from 1988. Um, I know, I know. There's quite a few of you who have seen this, and I feel like a lot of people who have seen it or do end up watching it, like really kind of fall in love with this movie and really kind of enjoy it. I know there are people out there who don't like this movie, but I have yet to really meet anyone in person who doesn't like this movie. And literally, it's like, especially with this movie, I know it's a cult classic, but I feel like all you have to do is just say like Killer Clowns and people instantly know what you're talking about. Um, I mean, like even my sister Megan, she while I was watching this, she kind of popped her head and she's like, What are you watching?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Killer Clowns from Outer Space." And she's like, "Oh, geez, you're really digging deep and for this one, aren't you?" I'm like, it's funny and it's good. She's like, "Yeah, it's funny, but it's not good." Although for her to say that this movie's funny, that is actually kind of a compliment from my sister. So this video kind of semi for it, even though I know she doesn't watch these. I know they're both older than me. My oldest sister Jessie kind of checks these out once in a while. Um, but yeah, this movie, I love this movie. So yeah, it's like I said, it is a funny movie. It's kind of one of those um, kind of like cheesy funny, but it's done right. Kind of like same sense of Return of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead Part Two, kind of like in the same ballpark as those. And actually, a little side note on Part Two of Return of the Living Dead. The actress Susan Snyder, who is in this movie, was actually in Part Two of Return of the Living Dead. So just a little side note, and both movies were released the same year. Fun little facts. You guys know me. I like those little fun facts. Um, so a couple of things about this movie, little fun facts, because I like to try and give you guys some fun facts, or look up some fun facts. Sorry, I'm like, this is annoying me. I realized that I've had this movie for like 3 months now, and I just realized that there's still some like plastic on it. So if you guys kind of see me peeling at it, I'm just my OCD. Um, but yeah, so like this movie, relatively smaller budget. I mean, it was $2 million. I know that's quite a bit, but that's still, pretty low for a movie. And that, I guess, from what I understand, the um, budget was kind of more spent on what was it like production costs as opposed to like more of like on the clowns and stuff and all that. So whoever like anyone who knows like about production costs and stuff, I feel free to explain that aspect. Um, and little interesting note too about the car scene that where like the clown's like on his little like bike or whatever. He's speeding along the highway with next to the um, other car with like the dude in it, and he slams into the car, and the car goes over the cliff. Um, so that actually, when the car goes over the cliff, it was supposed to be, I guess, a little bit more like a little bigger. So supposed to be a little, they had this whole thing set up where it was gonna be like this kind of, I don't want to say like epic crash, but just kind of a like bigger than what we had, as opposed to just like the car gets rammed and then just do boom, you know. I guess what had happened was the crew was being lazy and they didn't take the stoppers out from behind the wheels from or in front of the wheels, so it literally, I guess like the cable snapped and then the stoppers were there and it was just literally boom. But once again, I feel like a mistake like that is kind of, I don't know, for a movie like this, it kind of just feels appropriate that we would have a cheesy little boop. I don't know why I keep doing that. I guess I like it. Um, so yeah, just I just wanted to get that out of the way because I knew that was one of those things where I would have like forgotten to kind of mention, and then would have watched this back later, and I would have been like, I don't want to redo this or edit it or anything. So um, and another little like interesting thing, maybe some of you guys know about this. I definitely didn't, just because I've never been into this band. But the band Insane Clown Posse, I guess they often kind of like um, sample like lines and stuff from the movie in a lot of their music, which I think is pretty cool. A little cult movie like this, and it makes sense too for like a band like ICP that because they obviously kind of like their makeup and stuff is like crazy clown makeup and stuff. So here's just a couple little fun facts for you guys. Sorry, I'm like super up close now and out of frame a little bit. So these clowns, I know like if you are like a have a fear of clowns, I would say maybe don't watch this movie, but at the same time I'm like, dude, it's so funny that it's like you should watch this even if you have like a clown phobia. And I would have to say probably my favorite clown in this one is actually might be actually this guy on the cover. The like really short one with like the green hair. He has like little green patch right here, and then like the green hair around the side or whatever, and it's like completely bald everywhere else. I love that guy. He's maybe because he's the shortest one. Like he's just a little tiny half pint like me and stuff, and I don't know why I'm still holding this up like this. But he's little tiny half pint like me and stuff, and just always getting into little shenanigans and stuff, and being a little goofball, kind of like how I am. And plus, too, I think another reason why I love him so much is in the one scene where like the clowns are show up at the girls' uh, doorstep with the pizza or something, and like there's like the three of them standing there, and like the little half pint guy just pops up, and he has like such a face on him. He's like, like little like, hey, look at me, I'm cute. So yeah, I don't know, I love that guy. Um, and like there's so much stuff about this movie to love, like the cotton candy cocoons and stuff that literally like are in the shape of like oversized bowling pins that like they wrap like the corpse in, and like they stick the straws in and like suck out the blood and stuff. And for some reason, every time I watch this movie and like I see like the cotton candy cocoons and stuff, and like they're drinking it, I always, for some reason, I know it's supposed to be blood, but I always end up wanting to have like a cherry Slurpee, which is weird. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but it's, yeah. I don't know. Like, I literally just watched it and I want to go down to like 7-Eleven or something and get a cherry Slurpee because And plus, it's a hot day too, so be perfect for a Slurpee. Um, and then like the even like their guns and stuff when they're like shooting at people instead of like bullets or like a laser beam, it's popcorn that comes out, and like eventually like you'll see like the popcorn kernels like kind of walking around and stuff, and then they hatch into like little weird like clown things, which is kind of cool. Very cheesy, but once again, I like that. It's almost like little gremlins running around. Um, oh God, what was there was something else I was going to mention about this movie, and I'm like, trying to think. I don't know. I mean, I know it's something just like very mind. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So um, the like spaceship tent. Even as a kid, because I saw this like way back in the day. Like I think it had already been out on cable already for a couple of years. So I think in about the time when I got into Are You Afraid of the Dark, I think it's about the same time that I'd seen Killer Clowns. But even now and when I was a kid, I always wanted to like go into that tent, even though I knew it was like a spaceship and had these evil killer clowns and stuff. I wanted to go in there because it looked like so much fun. And I'm not sure if anyone has ever done like a like Universal or anything around Halloween has done like a killer clown sort of maze. Although like it wouldn't surprise me if someone has, but I've never really have heard or read anything about any of these attractions doing something like that. But I think that's something that would be cool. Like I would totally want to go and like walk through it and stuff. So, um, but yeah, so that's my little spiel about Killer Clowns. Like I said, I feel like it's one of those movies that anyone who sees it is kind of like really likes it. So, but yeah, so that was my little thing about Killer Clowns, and hopefully, like I said in my last video, hopefully, at least one of my horror packs will be coming tomorrow or Tuesday, and I'm hoping one of them because I want to unbox them like in front of you and kind of like see what I have. So yeah, so we'll see. If not, unfortunately, maybe I'll just kind of do like a separate little video of like, oh, this is what I got. So, but yeah, you guys have an awesome rest of the Sunday, and I'll see you guys next video. Alrighty?